Hey y'all, it's Amber.
And Clara.
Welcome to Knead for Reality, where the mixers are loud, the takes are hotter than the oven, and the drama never disappoints.
Grab a glass of wine, coffee, or whatever is around you, preheat to 350, and let's get into it. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, weekend friends?
What's up?
How was your week this week, Amber?
It was pretty good. You know, it was a book club week. We finished.
Sorry.
we finished Lord of the Rings, finished Fellowship of the Rings. Well, I guess it's the trilogy, whatever. Fellowship of the Ring. Did you know that Lord of the Rings is actually 6 books in 3 books?
Like, it's like part 1, part 2, part 3, and then...
Yeah, part 1, part 2 is Fellowship of the Ring. 3 and 4 are The King Returns. What is it? Oh, Two Towers. Thank you, Corbyn. And then The Return of the King. I had no idea.
I had no idea either. I'm looking at you like, yeah, you're telling me something right now. And my thoughts are, I don't think I've thought about Lord of the Rings since I was a child.
Well, it's currently on my brain. And my thoughts, because everybody cares, obviously, is the movie was good. Like, the movie itself was good. My biggest gripe, though, Clara, let me tell you, Tom Bombadil is a huge character in the beginning of the book, and yet the directors just left him out. What the heck? I want to know why they left him out. And there are a few scenes where I'm like, I'm kind of glad that they did these creative differences because, to be honest, I was losing interest in the book. They were losing me. Corbyn?
Yeah, my biggest gripe with the movie, I think, and this is a bit of a spoiler, but I guess not really because the movie's almost 25 years old. My biggest complaint with the movie was that they killed Boromir at the end of the first movie. Like, I have never watched the movies or seen the book. No, I've never watched the movies or read the books for Lord of the Rings. And this was like a surprise to me because I finished the first book and I was like, oh, great. Let's go watch the first movie. Sean Bean. Ooh, yay, great. And then he dies, which was crazy. And I was like, this is not in the first book. Now, granted, it is at the very beginning of the second book, but like, why are you putting it in the first movie? This is second movie stuff. Story was good, but yeah, second movie stuff, not okay.
So I'm very curious to discuss at our next book club. Twin Towers.
Two Towers.
Oops.
That's okay. I guess we all have to put a sensitivity warning for this one.
I should not be allowed to podcast.
No, it's okay. But I'm very much looking forward to Corbyn's facial reactions to that because I would have said the same thing.
I'm not very good with titles, clearly.
I'm not very good with towers, clearly.
No, the titles.
Oh.
When we were at book club, one of our members was literally like, Amber, I think at every book you've either said the name wrong or you've mispronounced someone's name. I don't realize. I guess I'm like my dad, and I just, you know how it's Aldi? I say Aldi's, like my dad. I add the S. I'm one of those people.
I was thinking about a conversation that you and me had last week, and I was thinking about, like, very rarely do I ever talk shit, period. That's a lie. But I was like, I hope Amber doesn't think that I talk shit about her because the only thing I've ever talked shit about you is how you pronounce kielbasa.
Because it's kielbasi,
No,
okay?
it's not.
It is kielbasi.
No.
I have been confirmed by other Pittsburghers that it is kielbasi. And kielbasi is the plural form of kielbasa. Kielbasa.
Okay, well,
Kielbasi.
I think we're going to have to do like a TikTok about this.
I think we
because,
need to put a poll out on Instagram.
But that was like the only thing I could think of. What is wrong with Amber? Man.
You pick kielbasi? That's not the only word I apparently can't pronounce.
There was another one that I just can't.
Was it the fruit?
It wasn't pomegranate. It wasn't kumquat. Wow.
No.
That's a good one.
I forget what it was because you and Ben were both like, what did you say? All I know, it was a winter fruit and it's high in fiber. I
Yeah.
read it on your app thing, and you were like, "What?"
Oh,
You know what I'm
right.
talking about?
Yeah, I
Because
do.
it's kiwi was also on there.
Persimmons?
No, because I pronounced it how it looks, and you were in bed and were like, "What?"
Can you remind me what was the art? It was like what?
It had to have been like a winter fruit list, like things to on your fitness app.
Papaya? Do you say papaya?
No.
Winter fruits that are high in fiber.
Yeah, I think so. What fitness app do you use?
Prickly pear. Sorry.
'Cause it was an article on there.
Okay, well, if we want to talk about that, I use Lose It.
Oh, I saw an article online about that. They gave me what to order at Guapo's for book club. I'll look
Are
it
you
up.
sure it was a fruit?
Maybe it was a vegetable. Winter vegetables.
Zucchini. She's pronounced it Zucky.
I'll know it as soon as we see it.
Radicchio?
No. I'll know it as soon as we see it. Seasonal food chart. Let's see what the snap has. to say.
Rutabaga.
I think it was that one.
Rutabaga.
Yeah.
Was it rutabaga?
Yeah, that's what I said. That was it. Because you remember, like, what did you say? Because I've never had one. Okay, so it's nothing with a P.
It's a vegetable, not even a fruit.
You sent us on not one, but two wild goose chases. First with a fruit, and then with the letter P.
I'm here to entertain the masses.
Anyway.
Okay, so it's rutabaga?
It's rutabaga.
Amber, didn't you have a term you wanted to ask Clara about?
Yes. Okay, so Clara, what is a book that's written by the person? What is that called?
Written by the person about themselves.
Yes. What type of novel is that?
Okay, well, now I feel like I'm getting set up. It's either an autobiography.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So then I came up with this new word, but it has to do with movies. Autobiotopic. That's not it? Autobiopic. Pick. Because, people make their own movies about themselves, and apparently they're just called biopics. What was the one example? Elton John was a part, like an executive producer for his. Yes, so it's an autobiopic because Elton John had a say in what was in the movie about himself. Autobiopic.
Is it not already called that? Is that word non-existent?
It is existent now.
I mean, no, it sounds like legit.
If you look it up, it does say it is a subgenre of a biographical film where the real life subject plays themselves.
Okay. Autobiopic. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's a great thing to put, but I also think it's a mouthful. I thought you were going to say automobile. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be like, do you know that there's something already called an automobile? I don't know where you were going with the auto part, but that makes sense. Autobiopic.
Yeah.
We did spend several minutes discussing what the difference was between a biography and an autobiography before that conversation.
Hence why we got there.
Well, also, like, they're throwing a memoir. Like, a memoir, I guess, is only specifically about one short amount of time versus an autobiography is about a whole span of time.
Then, would it be a memoir biopic? Memoir pick?
If it only... No, it would just be a movie. You're getting a little too complicated right now.
I'm just trying to make new words, Clara. I want to be on the dictionary.
sure you will be with a runabout guy. What else did you do this weekend too?
Well, I hosted a hike. We were at Lake Akatank. And that was nice. I ended up hiking 3 miles, which it didn't feel like 3 miles. I didn't realize actually how flat that lake is. It was nice. It was cold today. But other than that, slow week. So that was nice.
That's
How about
nice.
you?
I joined a run club
Ew,
this
Clara.
week. I know.
I feel like you told us if you ever joined a run club, we were supposed to like run you over with a car.
I did say that. I actually told multiple people that if I ever join a run club, please hit me with their car.
And here we are.
I have not been hit by a car. I, however, and I know he will never listen to this because that's weird, ran into my ex-boyfriend's best friend, who also happened to be my friend's ex-boyfriend. So the way that we all met was I was dating this guy. We'll call him long-haired Jesus.
He is
It
long
was
hair,
blonde,
yeah.
blonde, long-haired Jesus. His best friend, I don't want to name him, was dating this lovely girl named Annie. We can name drop Annie. Annie and I became best friends that way, and then we became roommates. And I haven't thought about this dude in years. I think the last time I saw him was probably when did I move to Los Angeles? 2022. Last time I saw him was 2022, and I thought I saw him from across the yard, and I was like, "Who the fuck keeps looking at me?" And it just wasn't clicking in my brain. So finally I texted Annie. I was like, yo, is your ex-boyfriend still living in Arlington? She's like, yeah. I was like, I swear to God, I see him right now. He texts her. I think I see Clara right now. So I'm freaking out because I don't want to talk to him. We are apparently in the same pace group. And so I'm kind of towards the backish, and I'm like, you know what, I'll stay here. Don't really know where he is. I don't realize he's in the same pace group as me until we start going up a hill and I fall farther behind. He starts going above and beyond. Good for him, honestly. And I'm like, I'm not going to talk to this man. I don't really have anything to say to him. He's kind of a weirdo. And it turns out that when we reach the end of the run, he comes up to me. He goes, Clara. I played it real cool. I was like, can you remind me of your name again? You look so familiar. And he's like, oh, it's me. Beep, beep, beep. And I was like, oh, good to see you. Apparently knew about my dog dying. Gonna have to talk to Annie about that, unless he's looking at my stuff, which is like also kind of weird. Who knows? And yeah, that was kind of the end of that for Monday. I have my half marathon that's coming up next weekend, so that's really exciting. I will be in Rhode Island. Very excited to go to Rhode Island. A wee bit nervous because now I actually have to commit to the bit and run it. So we'll see.
You got this. We'll be cheering you on from Virginia.
Thank you. I have an app called Rally, actually, that I'm going to send you guys a link. So when I reach a certain mile, it'll play over my headphones and I'll be able to hear your voices. I'll be like, God, is that you? Amber? Is that you?
That is so sweet.
I'm very excited. But other than that, that was kind of just my week. I had a really busy week with work, and we don't need to bore the listeners about that.
No, we don't.
Corbyn?
Anything you want to add? How was your week?
You guys caught me off guard. Oh my gosh, what did I do this week? I all of a sudden don't remember. Tuesday I had a doctor's appointment, so that's like super exciting, I guess. Wednesday was my self-defense class, and that was interesting because I was like the only person that showed up, so it was just me and the instructor. And I woke up the next day and I was like, I think I'm dying because everything hurt. But I feel like I did learn how to disarm someone with a knife, as long as they come at me exactly as my instructor did, exactly as slowly as she did. I need to work on it a little bit.
You have to teach us those moves. Sorry.
Do you know how Amber reacts when someone breaks into her house? I have walked into this house. Amber has either been listening to music too loud, is just in her own world. And I've been like, hey, I'm here. Screams. Doesn't do anything else. Just stands there and kind of like pitters her feet a little bit and screams.
Apparently she does that at work too. Like my dad will scare her or something and she'll just scream out loud in the middle of the office.
We just gotta stop throwing things. Gotta stop throwing the candy at my desk. And maybe I won't be screaming. Now I will give him some slack because he hasn't done it in a while since I did scream the last time. He was like, "Oh, I think I need to reel it back here."
Yeah, and the rest of my week, I had book club. What a crazy coincidence, Amber. And this morning I went on a hike. Oh, and I am in season 4 of Summer House.
That's what I was getting to. I learned what Corbyn did all week, but all I wanted her to say was, I'm on season 4 of Summer House.
She's like, I finally get to tell the viewers.
I am just like, in this season 4, I am so frustrated with Carl because Lindsay and he like start something and she's like in it. And I even texted you guys. I was like, oh, I like it. They're so cute. And then he can't commit. And then he wants to sleep with Danielle again. No, not having it.
That's young Carl for you.
Carl, man, get it together in the next, like, what, 6 seasons that I have to watch?
Yeah. Yeah, we are on 10.
I'm catching up, though.
You are. You're doing
are.
a great job, honey. And touching on Summer House, we got some leaked audio from the Summer House season 10, season 11 reunion.
That was intense.
It was so bad. It was a schmuck. I've never actually heard a schmuck being used in a real life sentence before.
I think I've been seeing online because of the leaked stuff that Bravo should just send out the raw footage. And I'm a stand for that. I think they should just suck it up and throw it out on Peacock and be like, here you go, people. Since you've already heard a lot of it.
Well, here's my thoughts. I think that they cut a lot of shit from a lot of the reunions, and that really upsets me. I think that everyone would be excited to watch maybe 6 hours of that footage. Give me a 6-part reunion. I want to know every single thing that was said. I want to see how uncomfortable they get on the couch. I want to see them bring up the footage, the timelines, everything like that. Oh my gosh, wait, did I not tell you guys this? I saw Wes pee-pee. Wait, did I tell you this?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay.
You did text through chat.
Okay, good. I wanted to make sure. Context here. I didn't seek this out myself. It was gifted to me by a fellow friend who had a friend. So it's a friend of a friend. I know everyone's like, is this legit? But I have seen the stuff that was also posted online. Similar things. We were at the nail salon. And she just goes, by the way, my friend got a dick pic from Wes Wilson. I was like, no way. When? I couldn't tell you the timeline. But sure as hell, the man's standing in a bathtub with it. Like with it just kind of hanging there.
This is why you don't send nudes. His nude made it all the way down to Virginia. It makes you wonder how many other people have seen his pee-pee.
Girl, I have a feeling that Virginia is not the furthest down south it's been.
Where is he from? St. Louis?
Missouri, yeah.
Well, people in Missouri have already seen it. So
100%. But also, I would agree with you. This is why, one, if you're famous, never send a nude.
No, it's going to get leaked.
Kit Harington's nudes got leaked. I think Chris Evans or Chris Pratt, one of those nudes got leaked. Nudes get leaked, period. And you don't have to just be a woman. You have to be a man, too. Well, you can be both. Well, honestly, it's across the rainbow. But anyway, I was not expecting to see that at the nail salon. And I'm sure that the women around me were also not expected to hear that.
That just, I feel like, is so up Wes's alley, though. Just like what we've seen on Summer House and everything that has spawned since. I mean, I'm not surprised that you have unfortunately seen it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Anyway, my point being is I have a feeling that a lot of Wes's dirty laundry will be aired at the reunion, and I'm very excited to kind of hear it and see it. I'm very anxious to see how Amanda reacts to everyone kind of attacking her.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw, but people were like, she's leaving the reunion wrapped in a Lola blanket, and then Lola came out and said that's not a Lola blanket, so even the brands are against her.
Well, that's what she gets for going after her friend's man. That's off limits. I mean, season 10, Sierra is trying to rebuild a relationship with Wes.
Oh, did you watch that episode?
This past week?
Yeah.
I did.
Did you cry?
I was flabbergasted of what I was seeing on my screen.
I bawled my eyes out. Good luck, Corbyn.
Yeah, good luck, Corbyn. It just, I feel, Well, I didn't cry, but all I could think about was what a backstabber. She really is a snake in the grass.
She is a snake in the grass. And also, it just, one, we heard from Andy say that they are actively cutting the shows now. So, with all the knowledge that they know about West and Amanda, they're definitely spicing it up a bit. And maybe they're adding in things that we didn't even know. Also, my question for you, where the fuck has Levi been all season?
Levi?
She's my point.
The girl with brown hair with the
Yeah.
blonde. I don't know.
She's gonna be at the reunion.
But why? She's hardly been on the show
Been
this
in
season.
3 episodes.
Yeah, the what's the blonde's name? Her friend that she came in
Bailey?
with. Yeah,
Yeah. Is it Bailey and Levi?
I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't think that the other chick should be in. If I can't even remember who she is, she shouldn't be at the reunion. She
No,
was
I
in
would-
like you said, 3 episodes.
I 100%
and hasn't
agree.
really made an impact. Whereas Bailey trying to go after Carl.
Honestly, they're so cute.
You've got so much Corbyn.
Poor Corbyn. Corbyn's head
He'll
is just
catch up
getting
there.
whipped every single time we do this. But anyway, well, more on Summer House later because, well, later as in if we ever see that reunion.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. I want to leak the footage. Honestly, I actually am kind of annoyed with Bravo that they were like, we're doing an investigation. Girl, this made me 10 times more excited to watch the reunion.
Yeah.
Color me pickled or whatever the hell it is.
I
don't think that's a saying.
I'll take it though.
Okay. Anyway, my last thing I was going to say was I want to give a shout out to my friend James, who biked from Philadelphia all the way to Pittsburgh.
Did he make it?
He made it. It took him 31 hours.
Cheers. Shout out to you, James.
Shout out to James. Also, it's color me intrigued, not color me pickled. Considered me tickled. That's another one.
That's a good one.
I was kind of just mushing those together. Anyway, shall we hop on a private jet, Governor?
And go to the valley.
I don't know why we're doing British accents, Governor.
But I love it anyways.
Cheerio, let's go.
Cheerio, let's go.
Okay.
Well, we start off with Nia and Danny. And you know what? I'm just really glad that Danny's stepping up, or at least tried to step up. My question for you. Where do you think you get a milkman boob, milky thing?
Amazon.
You really think that's on Amazon? That seems like a Gabe's find to me.
A Gabe's find?
Have you ever been to a Gabe's? The store?
I don't think I've ever been to a
You've never been
Gabe's.
to a Gabe's before?
Okay.
Oh, my grandpap would find so many random
grandpap,
things.
she said.
Would find so many random things at a Gabe's and bring them to my dad's house.
Oh,
Did you-
I've never been to a Gabe's. I think that's like a left United States middle, like
There was one in Morgantown. You never went?
that's left of the East Coast.
Oh.
It's like a
Fair.
Yinzer, like more. It's like a.
Oh, I didn't realize that's just a Pittsburgh. Well, like
It's not a Pittsburgh
like
thing.
Western Pennsylvania area
Mhm.
thing.
Appalachia.
Oh,
Um,
well, okay, but yeah, I guess Amazon too. They have random things on there.
I bet they do. I was like, why are you talking about Gabe? Like, I don't think you would ever find those things there. Like, I was like, Gabe's. I agree with you. I think that I am happy that he is stepping up. Reiterating, throwing back to you. Do you just have photos of yourself from your pageant days, like lying around the house? Because the fact that he had a headshot of Nia so quick to pull up, do you think he printed that himself, or do you got like a stack of those somewhere around here?
I do actually have a stack.
It was a legit question. I wanted to know.
Well, because Isabella printed out some for the pageant a few years ago, and she
Mhm.
didn't want to keep them, so they're in the laundry room in a storage container.
That's good to know.
Yeah, so I actually do have heads of myself.
Oh, the big heads.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
He had like a printed photo.
Well, I don't just keep those around. I mean, unless you count photos printed from Walmart and that are in my photo album, but I don't just keep printed photos of me around.
Okay.
That's a little weird. Well, I take that back. There is one of me in Ben's office.
I would expect that, but that's in his office.
Yeah.
Okay, down the street, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know there's a Gabe's in Woodbridge and one in Alexandria?
Yeah.
Oh,
I just saw the Gabe's the other day.
wow. Okay, well,
Clearly, you have not gone to Woodbridge nor Alexandria recently.
no, I haven't, and I only come this far. I've only come this far to come this far.
Well, we went shopping at Potomac Mills that one time.
Years ago, Amber.
Yeah, well, you know what? That trip meant a lot to me.
When they almost killed us on the way home because it was raining.
Those are the things that I remember.
I'll be honest with you, this Valley episode did not do much for me.
I feel that. I mean, I feel like nothing really went on. I did love that Jesse has a squirrel friend and he had to go get that rabies check. Did it bite him?
It nibbled his finger when it took the nut. And the claws went in, I think, a little bit. But
it's cute that he's feeding his squirrel, but now it's never gonna go away.
You know what? You're kind of technically feeding your squirrel the bedding from your
No, that was an unintended consequence, okay? I didn't realize there was a little rip in the one cushion outside and that the squirrels were going to use it for their nest this winter.
Okay, Corbyn, for
unintended consequence.
For the out of context things, I have a photo actually of the bedding from that
in the tree.
There's two different trees.
There's two different areas where there's bedding in the trees. There's that one, and then there's the other tree that's in that bushing up there. Yeah, it's in that freaking hole too. I will forever and always now find that stupid bedding in our yard because the squirrels just wanted to stay warm that winter.
And you went good on the squirrels, okay?
No, they're dirtying my yard. Well, our yard, Ben and I's yard.
We're hearing a lot of my, not enough our.
I do. We spend a lot of time out in the yard.
I know you do. I'm not saying you don't.
You. I mean, we had the baby pool.
Oh, you meant you and me, not you and he.
No, well, we haven't set out our spring stuff yet, or like the outdoor patio. So he has only really gone out there to use the grill thing. We did
last week.
Yeah, we did. But we put seats on our front porch, and Ben really likes that better than staying on the back patio. So at least we're using our yard more.
At least you're doing that. I will say I hate that Lolly Estates hat. He looks like a douchebag in a hat that says his own brand name.
Yeah.
But I guess that's how Kyle looks when he wears the Loverboy stuff all the time.
Oh, yeah. Promoting the brand.
I also noted that it was nice that Jesse gave Schwartz permission, even though we know that Schwartz has a girlfriend now. You do know that, right?
Yeah, and he said it in the he said in the episode that he has someone that he likes.
In the after show?
No, in the show while they were at the Belmont when he was talking. I think there was like a confessional scene while he was out talking to Michelle's friend. And he was like, well, I can't really get into it because there's this girl I like. But I think what's funny is Jesse's trying to hook up Tom with Michelle. Michelle's like, no, he's a child. I want him to go for my friend. And it's just this weird dynamic between the three of them. I feel like it's very interesting for sure.
I find that it's kind of like matchmaking, but it's just not going to work. I also feel that Tom Schwartz is not, he's never going to grow up. He's got that Peter Pan syndrome. His girlfriend looks a lot younger than him. No shade to that. Listen, we love sometimes an age gap, but I just don't think that he will ever let go of how he was in the earlier seasons of Vanderpump Rules. And that makes me really sad.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like once you're stuck in an era, it's hard to get out of that area. And maybe he does that because that was his prime. And now he's getting back into it. Maybe if he's on the Valley again next season, maybe we'll see a little bit more. But maybe he's like, oh, I'm back on TV. Got to go back to old Schwartz, Vanderpump Rules Schwartz. He's not quite the Valley Schwartz yet. But I did love that, speaking of young, he got that pedicure, mani-pedi with Jesse and Jason. And he was like, to the receptionist, you should go to the Belmont later. Guess who shows up at the Belmont? Do you think that was a producer plant, actually?
No.
I think she went because on her own?
Yes, I think she went on her own. And I want to say that was the cringiest shit I've ever seen in my whole entire life.
Oh my gosh. Pick up the cues. Lala and Michelle are clearly ignoring you. Why are you still standing at the table?
The body language of just like how they're turned. Here's my thing is that I think that she was there just because she wanted the TV crew around her. I would have done the same exact fucking thing. I would have been like, word TV crews are going to be there, let me get myself dolled up. I think I actually need to stop doing the half up, half down hair. I think that it makes me look younger. After seeing it on her, I was like, maybe I should wear my hair down all the time now.
I feel like it depends on how you do it. Because you could still do half up, up, down, but if you're doing it at the top of your head, it makes you look younger. But I feel like if you do something cute in the back, like I'll do like a ponytail with a clip, kind of makes my hair look fuller in the back.
Mhm.
I think that is more tasteful. So I feel like it just depends on how you do the updo.
Mhm.
I think Lala was right to call her a Shih Tzu. And then I loved the
100%.
flashback of Lala's Shih Tzu moment.
So good. So good. Lala
So
was
good.
such a fucking hot mess, dude.
It's just funny. I loved how much flashbacks we got in this episode, though, between Kristen and Lala. Did Tom have one?
I don't remember, but
I don't think he did.
I did love them. A mariposa.
Someone back.
Um, moving on from that scene, because that was just so cringeworthy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yes.
Kristen feeling bad about her body. I do want to touch on the fact that this season is so raw and so real. And the audience that's watching it are a lot of the people who loved Vanderpump Rules back in the
Yeah.
day. So they are maybe like a little bit older than us. And I think that really hits hard. I mean, social media norms online, insane of what your body's supposed to look like when it bounces back.
Mhm.
We've seen that with some of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives women and
Mhm.
how they're talking about their bodies. Um, so it's just nice to have it be normalized of one, I feel like I'm a milk machine with Nia and how she's like, I'm just like producing milk left and right, and that's the expectation. And two, with Kristen, she just doesn't feel good. Now, I did see later on the gram, she is on a GLP-1 now. So I do want to know how, if we'll see that journey kind of on the camera and how it's been for her now versus when she was filming this.
I think we will, just because I feel like Kristen shares a lot with the viewers and the fans. So I think we will. But I'm curious to know your thoughts about the last scene when it's her and Luke at the bar. They finally have a date night and they get into the tiff because Luke is saying, well, I'm struggling too. To his point, he moved upended his whole life. He has no family around. He's struggling as being a first time dad while she's having those struggles with her and her body and not feeling like herself. What were your thoughts on that?
I think it's hard when any couple kind of tries to put their woes against each other. Well, you have this, this, and this. I have this and like nothing else. It's kind of just like a pissing game of who is having it worse than the other person. And I do think that first time parenting hits different for everyone. You do have a mom who just like went through hell and back with their whole entire body, literally like producing a human being so hard. And I think you do get, and like, I don't know this from experience, but from the moms I've heard from things I've seen online and on TV, maybe there's a lot of resentment there of my body and I just went through this whole entire fucking thing just for you to kind of stand there, you know? And it's like, what are you doing? And I'm sure a mom, I think I have read this somewhere. A doctor has said it that moms have different reactions when their baby cries versus men. Because you actually do have that maternal instinct of you wake up first, you hear your baby cry, and then also sometimes you do like produce milk when that happens because your body knows it's feeding time. So for men, it's just a completely different experience of I have to wake up and realize like my baby is crying. Now what do I have to do? And maybe Luke is a really good dad. We don't know. We don't see that side. But I can see Kristen holding resentment. And of course, I can see Luke holding resentment of, yeah, I have no one here. It makes me sad. It makes me wish that they could kind of just sit down together and be like, look at us holding all this resentment towards each other. How can we fix this and how can we move forward?
Well, that's why I was glad to hear that they both agreed to do couples counseling because when they were having that talk at the bar, that's all I could really think of is exactly what you said. Your thoughts are essentially what I had during that scene. I was like, I think they need that third party to be like, this is what I'm hearing from the both of you. Maybe here are some things that you can work on to see what works for you guys. But I did think it was very immature of Kristen to just kind of walk out of the bar and not,
Mm-hmm.
finish their game of darts. But it just felt like it was still left unresolved. And I felt like Luke ended up feeling worse. And it made me feel sad because I was like, you are struggling too. And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
she is having a hard time seeing that from his point of view.
Mm-hmm. I feel that was very Kristen, old Kristen coded for her to do that. Old habits die hard. I also, in some way, kind of respect it. I feel like in the past few weeks, there's been a lot of situations where I wish I just had the balls to get up and walk out of situations that were no longer serving me. And I'm sure that's different when you're arguing with someone, when there's cameras around. I do not love how she makes a scene on certain things. Um, my final thought on kind of this episode, well, one, I didn't really have any thoughts about the whole entire Danny fighting with the dudes. I kind of just feel like that's whatever, they'll get over it. But I do wonder if we have the same rules for the Valley that we did with Vanderpump Rules, where we don't see Ocean and we just see Sosa when it comes to Lala and her parenting.
I think that is because of the other parent for Ocean. I think we're only going to see Sosa, which is fine. Sosa's so cute. I
She's
guess my
adorable.
only final thought is I'm curious to see if we see Janet next episode because again, this was the Jason's show.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like right now it does feel like Jason's fighting a lot of Janet's battles. And
Mm-hmm.
I think there were a lot of flashbacks too from last season. And I was like, man, I guess I forgot about how much drama Janet did start. So it'd be cool to see Janet do a lot of more of this apologizing and standing up for herself and not just seeing Jason do it for her.
I don't feel like I actually watched the Valley reunion last year. So now I'm wondering what all I missed out on when it came to them yelling at each other. So maybe that's something I have to go back and rewatch.
Yeah, refresh the
Um,
memory.
my final thought is the Sheena Shea call outs have had me dying. We see it on this show. We've been seeing it on Vanderpump Villa too, with Stassi like calling her out. And then also, by the way, Stassi Schroeder's getting her own show that I believe she'll be calling Sheena Shea out. So watch out, Sheena Shea.
Watch out, baby. Not everything is good as gold, I guess.
What a banger of a song. So if that's all your thoughts on the Valley,
I know it's time to hop on that plane.
and go to Rhode
Rhode
Island.
Island.
And we're back in the wonderful state of Rhode Island once again.
Oh, how lovely it is. This was quite an episode.
This episode gave me a lot more hope than the Valley episode did. That Bravo knows what it's doing with these women.
Oh, 100%. I mean, between the boat and the polo, there's a lot to unpack here.
So much. And I would just like to say that Joe Ellen, I think this episode, for some reason, in the actual episode, she was wearing less makeup. I noticed that she had this really fresh and clean look. And she just is, I have in my notes, she is glowing and she is gorgeous despite her grandfather passing away.
Yeah,
She
I
looks
agree.
amazing.
She does look amazing. Maybe she's going for a light makeup look. Or maybe it's just so hot that she's like, I don't want a full face.
Well, I mean, that's what I do in the summer is like
Yeah.
I just kind of throw on my skincare stuff and then a little bit of mascara and blush and I'm good to go. Cause like otherwise you're sweating all that stuff out.
Yeah, fair point.
We start off with Joellen and Liz and Alicia all at the house. I believe it's Liz's house or Alicia's
No,
house.
it's
It's
Alicia's
Alicia's house.
We would know if it was Liz's house.
That's true. That's true. And Alicia's house is as gorgeous, with that pool in the background. Honestly, amazing kitchen island. I want a kitchen island like that.
Liz's house. I almost said Liz's island. Liz's house does not compare, but it's cute.
Yeah.
Alicia's house is cute. I do wish though that we got to see the doll room again.
Absolutely not. Terrifying. I would rather not see that ever again. I will say that the flowers are gorgeous, and I also forgot that Joe Ellen was not at the bonfire little cycling event.
How could you forget? Because if Joe Ellen was at the cycling event, there would have been something between her and Rula. And that wasn't what the point of that last episode. It was very much Alicia and rosy.
Yeah. No, you're totally right on that. I enjoyed about saying, I feel so bad calling her a whore, but like she's just a whore. And I think that we can say whore because it does feel good. I mean, I have my things that I say when I'm really angry, and I won't say them on this podcast because I think that does cross the line of my foul language. But let's just say it's punt, and you take away the P and you put a C.
Whatever makes you feel good when you're angry.
Any thoughts about that first scene besides that?
I just felt bad for Joe Ellen. And I'm glad that she has friends like Liz and Alicia who will get her, either make her a bouquet of flowers or bring her one.
I know. I do love flowers. I actually forgot about bringing flowers over here today.
That's
I feel like I do tend to bring you guys flowers.
Well, I needed a break
Okay.
from flowers.
Cool. Enough of them in your life?
I had a rough September.
Oh,
There was
yes.
a lot of flowers here.
Lots of flowers
I
in the
don't
area.
need any flowers anytime soon.
Yeah. At least you got the plant I gave you.
Exactly. Yet somehow still alive a year later.
I want to transition to Kelsey's house and how she has a full ass salon there.
I know. That's what my sister needs
So
for her little studio apartment. When I loved that they did a scene of Ashley doing her hair in the sink because that will be me in Isabel's bathtub.
And I feel like you and me both relate to this so hard. My sister is also, well, she's a retired like hairstylist and cosmetologist, and I refuse to get my hair done by anyone else besides her.
You know what's funny is I think we both pay to buy a plane ticket and fly to where our hair ladies are. But it's cheaper than just trying to find someone in the area because I know people who spend over $500 and I can go, and see Isabella, book a plane ticket between $200 and $300. The supplies aren't that much. I mean, she does like to rack up her tip dinner, but I digress.
Well,
Still cheaper.
you get color, you get highlights, and you get like a light balayage, right? Because it kind of
Just light balayage.
the light balayage. So my sister also, my hair is like naturally pitch black, so we had to do so many sessions of lightening my hair, and then also putting in bleach, putting in toner, putting in color. So like between both of us, we're both probably our hair probably costs $1,000. Like between us, like both.
Yeah.
Like a curly haircut here in DC costs up to $180 to $200 something just for curly hair.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is so annoying.
So annoying. So I did think that was funny that we both have that shared experience of putting our hair in the kitchen sink. And like I have definitely cleaned my sister's kitchen sink and been like,
Ready.
last night's pasta was in there. My hair is not going to touch the pasta water. So I fully appreciate that. And I also wanted to say her comment about being self-sufficient is probably terrifying. Like I was sitting in my apartment last night and I was definitely thinking, how crazy is it that like I feel like an 18-year-old child and I'm like, wait, this apartment's mine? Like not mine, like legally. Like you own a straight up fucking house, but like it's
That's
all
your
that stuff
space,
is like my stuff, and all that stuff is like I'm responsible for paying the rent. Like that's terrifying. Kelsey has not had to think about that.
I know, which is bonkers to me. But hey, well, speaking of Kelsey though, well, I guess Bill comes in later, but I don't know if her and her mans that's in Miami right now are gonna last. So she better really get on that haircut and makeup artist track.
Well,
I doubt Bill's gonna front her lifestyle. I bet girl has to go back to work or do some sort of work.
I also wonder how much of the influencer money is like coming in now versus like when this aired.
I feel like it can't be that much more. They're still in the midst. Are we even halfway through the season?
No, we're like 4 episodes in, and I will tell you, they are on the front page of the Providence Journal almost every single week.
Well, this is probably the most exciting thing that's happened in Rhode Island, and who knows how long. I don't think I know of anything that's been Rhode Island front news.
I mean, the Patriots did go to the Super Bowl.
No.
Recently.
The Patriots do not play in Rhode Island.
They play in Rentham, but that's basically in Rhode Island. That's in
It's not Rhode
Foxborough.
Island, is it?
But I'll tell you what,
Hmm.
their jet is located in Rhode Island. But
That
also,
doesn't mean
I don't.
anything. And it's the New England Patriots. It's not the Rhode Island Patriots.
All of New England shares it, I would like to say. All of the New England can claim it. But yes, hold on.
The New England Patriots play in Foxborough, Massachusetts.
So you are way off, girl. Way off.
If you look at a map, I swear to God, it's like maybe 15 minutes from the Rhode Island border. I know this because I pass it every time. Anyway, I do think Ashley said a comment about how she feels like Rosie is a good friend that you just kind of cling on to. And I thought that was very telling. I think that in your life you do have friends that you kind of cling towards because like maybe it's an old habit that dies hard, and then you also have friends that like you would tell your soul to. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think I would be telling my soul to Rosie.
I don't think I would be telling Rosie stuff from my soul either. I think it is just a comfortability thing. And in terms of Ashley that was her into this group was Rosie.
Mhm.
So I feel like she's not going to feel more comfortable until she gets to know these women more, which I did put in my notes that I was surprised that Ashley hasn't been to Kelsey's house yet.
Mhm.
We're already 4 episodes in.
Mhm.
5. Thank you. So I'm like, why is this the first time you're going to our house?
I don't know. I mean, maybe she just hasn't been invited yet.
I guess. But I feel like if I was Kelsey in a huge house like that, I'd want people over all the time so you're not so lonely.
I would agree with you. I mean, she's got her housekeeper who looks wonderful.
Yeah.
I did have a comment, by the way. I asked my aunt the other week about, you remember on last week's episode, we saw something about Rosie having an affair with like the higher ups. I said, question, did the whole state of Rhode Island know about Rosie sleeping with the higher ups at NBC when she was on air? My aunt's response, no, she wasn't there long enough. So I guess her career as a traffic lady or weather lady was not long.
They pulled a clip like she'd been there for years.
So
Okay, that's some tea. Thank you, Clara's aunt.
no problem. I'll tell her we said thank you. Anyway, we head to the boat. I too love a good boat.
Who doesn't love a good boat? Well, I take that back. I do have a friend that doesn't know how to swim. So they would probably not enjoy a boat.
Your wedding was on a boat. Your wedding reception was on a boat.
Yeah. And it was so much fun.
It was a good time. I think the boat scene is phenomenal. The outfits are so good.
So good.
I actually did enjoy, even though I don't like her, Rosie's outfit. I thought if the blues were beautiful, she wasn't wearing pink for once.
I know. It was good to see you switch up from her main color. But I felt bad for whoever's birthday that was. That whole fight between Rosie and Kelsey.
Yes, over hair
Unnecessary.
cutting.
Yes. It's just a haircut.
Okay. Devil's advocate here. Your sister posted something another day, or like maybe a few weeks ago, about how a comment, a like, a reshare, or saying, oh, my hair's done by this person means so much more than a tip. So I do see another side of Kelsey being upset about Rosie not posting her hair. But at the same time, I do agree that it might have been escalated too much and it could have been brought like face-to-face conversation without people yelling.
Mm-hmm. I think it was just the extremeness of that conversation. I was like, it didn't need to happen. Ashley didn't need to be caught in the middle because I just felt bad. If I was Ashley, I would have been like, I think I need to go, or you guys need to go away.
And yes, I think that could have been like, you can go to the other side of the boat and you guys can have this conversation. But this did not need to be a screaming match, which it ended up being.
Yeah, come on. We're there to celebrate someone being a year older, not to yell about hair. But I would have been Joellen and Alicia at the tip of the boat. I love my good Rose and Jack moment.
Yeah, that was a solid moment.
It was.
I would like a shout out for the Gucci blanket because that blanket was phenomenal. If I could own a Gucci blanket, I would love to own a Gucci blanket.
I think it's so funny that you cash these things and I'm just like watching the TV.
Oh, listen,
Like-
I am there for the brands. I clocked so many things. In the last scene, we see Rulala with a Fendi clutch. It
Oh, I
is
did see
the
that.
most gorgeous white Fendi clutch I've ever seen in my life, and I
Mhm.
want it so bad. I did say in my notes, solid fight. I love when girls get petty. We
Girls get
have
so petty.
we have another fight or not fight scene, and it's where we see the gypsy and they're saying goodbye to the gypsy. It's Liz and Gary. No,
Yeah,
Liz
Gary.
and Gary. Yeah. And I don't know. I kind of see like this as a throwaway scene,
It
but
was.
I did
That's
like.
exactly how I feel about that
Yeah,
scene
you
too.
were kind of like leave it, take it or leave it, and you were like leave it.
Well, we already did the gypsy last episode. We didn't need to rehash it again today. So to me, it was just a waste of airtime. We could have gone more deep into the polo match, or more about the boat stuff in the boat.
Yeah, no, that's true. I did say it was nice to see Liz get vulnerable there.
Yeah, well, maybe that's why they put it in. Because we
Yeah,
don't really get much vulnerability from Liz when she's around the woman. I feel like she does, not that she puts it up a front, but she's tough.
she's one tough
And,
bitch.
yeah, so I guess it was nice to see a more or a softer side of Liz.
I would agree. We see Rulala and Joellen meet at a undisclosed restaurant. If they disclosed it, I missed it.
I don't know if they did.
I was kind of shocked to see them hugging, if I'm being honest. I understand it's like probably a nicety to like hug your like enemy and be like, hey.
It probably is just a nicety. But is Joellen just that short? Or is Rula really tall? I want to say
Rula's very tall. Joellen is short.
Okay. Well, Rula was probably wearing heels too, but I just felt like the height difference was very great.
Yes, I would agree.
Enough for me to write it down.
Enough for me to be like, wait, this
I'm
bitch,
just like,
this
what?
bitch is tall. Yeah, I think Rilla's like impression of Joellen was really funny about how she's like she's been a cheerleader this whole entire time and like now she's like all quiet. So that was kind of funny to me. And I do think that we all kind of noted this that for such a small state, everyone knows this mistress.
Well, yeah, because it is a small state, and if you're going to keep posting your stuff on Instagram, people are going to see. People are going to send it to other people.
But also, I feel like it's such like it's not a flex is a wrong word for this. I feel like if you are sleeping with someone's husband who happens to have one a lot of money, two is like very known, you'd also be running your fucking mouth everywhere. You would be like, "This is I'm sleeping with this man," and like her husband like or the wife doesn't even know or the wife knows and she doesn't care. I feel that just the way I've seen toxic women work in movies or how they're portrayed on reality TV shows, there's never a quiet mistress.
Yeah.
So that's the weird part. And I think we said last week that this mistress actually broke her NDA by talking about the show. And so she's getting sued right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there is a bit to, yeah, she's probably fucking crazy if she's running her mouth and also just fine with like breaking like contracts. But that was insane how everyone knows everyone. Also, Joellen's comment. Does Brian look like he goes to the gym every morning?
I loved that. I was like, wow. You tell him, Joellen. You tell him.
We then head to the pizza restaurant. I believe it is called Angelo's Palace Pizza, and that is in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Fun fact. What did we think about this scene?
I was shocked that Billy is Greek. I really thought he was Italian this whole time. So the fact that she was like, "Oh yeah, the Greek, whatever," I was like, "What?" I thought he was an Italian man. I guess it's still the same region of the world, but still.
Yeah, my mom said that she dated a few Greek guys like growing up too.
Did she know they were Greek though, or did they give Italian?
I think she did know that they were Greek.
Because he even looks Italian.
Well, it's all from the Mediterranean, all in the same like Adriatic line, I guess.
So do you think Angelo's has pizza and hummus? So then is the pizza for Alicia?
Probably. Well, no, he owns it with his mom too.
So is his mom Italian or is his mom Greek?
I'm guessing his mom is Greek. If he's Greek,
Well, what about his dad?
you know what, Amber? That's a really
I'm
good
asking the hard-hitting questions that people need to know.
Okay, wait, hold on here. He's got spanakopita on the appetizers. He's got a hummus plate as well.
That's what I said. That's where the Greek
But-
comes in, but it's a pizza shop.
They got some mozzarella sticks
Mozzarella.
and garlic bread.
Mozzarella.
But don't worry, besides garlic bread, they also have garlic pita. I think it's safe to say it's a mix. They got buffalo mac and cheese there. I mean, they got chicken souvlaki. They got grilled lamb chops. I mean,
I got a little bit of everything.
They do. So I would say it's a big fat Greek Italian wedding.
Big fat the Greek wedding.
I love when you do accents. It really makes the pie.
Gotta go with the theme. we were English earlier.
I would like to say that Brian's phone call looked fake.
Oh, 100%. I think it was a way for him to get out. I bet you it was like his brother or something. Because how is the producers going to vet that it was actually his dad on the phone calling about his mom?
I mean, if I've ever
Someone
seen...
had to have called him. Do you actually think it was the mistress?
I don't know. I do wonder if he set a little timer on his phone to go off and it just like he pretended for it to be a phone call.
Maybe.
And did he turn his mic off? That's what I want to know.
No, I don't think he turned his mic off then. Because he still, you could still hear the conversation about him being like, "Oh, how's mom? Yada yada yada. Rula, we gotta go." But this is what I also didn't understand. Kind of in between them, that phone call and them getting to the polo. Why would you drop your wife off at home if your mom just went to the hospital? Wouldn't you immediately drive from Angelo's to said hospital?
Yes, unless you had to pick up a mistress on the way.
But if you're Rula, why would you say, "Oh yeah, okay, just drop me off at home"? Wouldn't you want to check on your mother-in-law and see if she's okay?
My only thing is that he was like, "I'm just going to drop you off and I'll come pick you up later." That's it. But like, yeah, 100% a red flag. It also adds time if they're dying. Think about it. Like if your loved one is in such a bad place that they have to go to the hospital, I agree with you. It adds more time to drop someone off and then continue going. I would just continue going.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I'm not fighting with you on that. But I don't even know what excuse he could use. Maybe he's thinking it's just going to be routine. I'll come pick you up. I don't want you to be bored.
Yeah. But then my thing is, I don't know. Her and I must not be cut from the same cloth because I'd be like, "No, we're going to the hospital together."
Like your in-laws are or like fuck the word in-law, like that's your family, like you would just go.
Going to the hospital, why would you be dropped off? So I think not only is it a red flag for him, but do you think she knows? Do you think this is like the ignorance is bliss? Okay, yeah, drop me off. I'm just going to trust in that you're saying what you're doing when in reality she knows that she's seeing the mistress.
But earlier she said that she has like a tracking device on him. She checks his location, right?
You think that he doesn't know that and is doing whatever so it looks like he's doing whatever?
That's such a far stretch.
No, it's not.
No, for him to do extra work.
Oh.
Like that's what I'm saying is like,
not if he's got helpers.
If he's got helpers, they can all go to hell.
You know what? He probably has an assistant. He's probably like, "Here, can you just take my whatever that she's tracking and go to the gym?"
What if that's the case? If he found that like Apple AirTag?
Yes.
I actually did see a crazy. I know we're supposed to stay on track today. I did see a crazy TikTok this weekend about someone's baby daddy who put a tracking device inside a gum container, inside something else that was like a battery container, and then kind of broke apart the car. So I think he went under the car and put it behind like the headlight of the back of the car. And so she was getting an alert that an AirTag was following her. They were pinging it, pinging it, pinging it, could not find it, heard it inside the car, had to basically take the car apart. And then the dad eventually, or maybe it wasn't even dad, it was a random stranger because they were pulled over on the side of the road,
Yeah.
found it. And the way this guy tried to conceal this AirTag, she was like, my baby daddy is insane. Wow. So, I mean, Rue La La could have done that, but probably
I don't think she's that insane, but I wouldn't be surprised if he knew that she had it in wherever the set tracker is.
and he like pays someone to like go do his
Maybe.
everyday routine.
Maybe.
That would be insane.
This is just a theory, people. Just a
This
theory.
is all alleged. Please don't sue us, Mr. Rulala. No, that's insane. I agree with you. Why wouldn't she gone? And also, Rosie's face said everything during those phone calls. Like everyone's face was like panning, but like the second she said, "Oh no, I'm at home. He's at the hospital," Rosie was like, "That's sketch."
Yeah.
I just realized no one's gonna be able to see my face. I just made a scrunched up face that said, "I'm sketched." It did shock me that they did come back.
Yeah, but did he come back with his wedding ring?
Like you have a rubber wedding band too that you wear to the gym, right?
I lost it.
That's okay. You didn't lose a real one. The silence of like, oh, fuck, what do I say?
I did have one. I don't know where I put it. I went to go play pickleball one time with some coworkers, and then it just disappeared in my car. And to be honest, I know it's super easy just to reorder it on Amazon, but Ben and I haven't gone to like the beach in a while. And that's where I normally wear the rubber ring when we're down on the beach.
So when you go work out, do you just take off your
Yeah, I just leave my
rings?
rings in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But if you see me in the gym at 5:30 in the morning, I'm not there to mess around. There's this one guy he's a wonderful gentleman. He is too social at 5:30 in the morning. I happened to see him at like 6 o'clock. I was a little more talkative then. He's like, every time I see you, you just are a lady on a mission. I said, I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm doing my workout, getting my hot girl walk in, doing my little pageant walk, and getting out. I'm on a time crunch, sir. I cannot just sit at the bench press for you to jib jab with me.
You said you're there for like almost 2 hours now,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's insane.
I know. It is insane. But that's because I combine the workout, the hot girl walk, and my pageant walk practice in that span of 2 hours.
No, and that makes sense. That totally makes sense.
But it is a long time to spend at a gym.
Yeah. I was going on things. Okay. Well, my question was going to be, okay, if you have this rubber ring, what is your routine of wake up, take off rings, put on rubber ring, go work out, go do your thing, come home, shower, take off rubber ring, and then put on other rings?
Yeah, well, my CeraVe lotion is where I normally put my rings. So that's where I would put the rubber ring. I would leave it like where I keep my other rings and just go back and forth. But again, yeah.
And like that's like a tied true down routine you have.
Yeah.
You don't fuck
I
that
leave
up.
I leave my rings on CeraVe.
Yeah.
And when I come back and I'm getting ready, I look at CeraVe and I put my rings back on before I leave to go out of the house.
So this man who has been married longer than you have does not have a CeraVe that he puts.
The weird thing is, though, that he had it on at the restaurant. He had it on at Angelo's, but then he didn't have it on when they came back to the polo match.
It just makes it a little bit more sketchy.
It does.
But also, I need to know that, I mean, Joellen gave us the timestamps.
Yeah, she did.
But how long was that trip for the Rulala and Mr. Rulala to get to the polo match?
That's the thing. That's information we do not have.
And also,
because we don't know where they went. We don't know. Well, I guess we could look up where they live, but we don't know.
They're in Lincoln, Rhode Island.
So is that between where they were going and where the polo match was?
I can't remember where the polo match was. That's the problem.
Well, to go, since we're talking about the polo match, and obviously you have family and have been to Rhode Island a lot through your youth. Have you ever been to a polo match?
Absolutely not. My
What?
family
Are you
is not.
serious?
Have you?
No, I'm from
Is this-
Pittsburgh.
Oh, in Newport. Okay, that makes sense because that's really, really far away. Actually, it does take a hot minute to get to there. To give me a second. One, no, I fell off a horse as a child, and it nearly backed up on me and nearly smushed me.
Oh
So that
my
was kind of
God.
like the end of my horse girl journey.
Okay, fair.
Two, the guy I was almost very serious with, Nutty. We can call him Nutty because
Yeah.
no one's going to know who the fuck that is except for us.
Yeah.
Corbyn will explain that later. Nutty's family is really into polo matches now.
Of course they are.
So, of course, it was after my time with them.
I feel like you dodged a bullet there then.
I really did. Yeah, from Lincoln, Rhode Island to Newport, Rhode Island, it takes about an hour, 51 minutes or something like that. So here's my other thing. If you're cheating and you're having a mistress, are you only nutting real quick and then you're dipping out?
100%. There's no way.
Do you think they did it in the Hummer?
Why would they not? Efficiency, Clara. Put down the back seats. Pump, done. Go pick up Rulala and head out to the polo match.
It's pump and dump. That's what I like to call it.
To pump chump.
Listen, it's a great. Well, I'm not going to argue there. It's a huge vehicle. It wouldn't make sense to do it that way.
They got the space.
Oh my god. I will say Kelsey is my absolute favorite. She's so gorgeous. Her outfit was gorgeous during that time, and during all those scenes. Really, she's just phenomenal. It must be just like the pageantness in her. I don't know.
I could see that being a huge part into being and looking put together.
Well, she also sounds put together.
The pageant thing. You practice your interview. What do you expect?
Amen. The red interior car picture of the two together, of the mistress and Mr. Rulala together. I really need to learn his name.
Brian. I like Mr. Rulala better.
Yeah, I do too. We're going to keep that.
Wait, so was that picture the one that was on the Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
But why would she post it?
She wants attention. She knows that. I bet you. Okay, here's another thing. I don't know if you guys caught it. Mr. Rulala was talking with the rest of the husbands, and he was like, yeah, I got some text from, a certain someone. Like, I don't really want to know if I want to talk about it. He said, I got certain texts today.
Yes.
So he is alluding that he knows that everyone's together. So
Which is mind-baffling because he told Rula or whoever, Joellen,
and
that they
Rulala
hadn't talked since like last Monday or last week. The liar.
Okay, here's my theory. I have two theories. I have a theory that he definitely told the mistress that he was going to be with the rest of the housewives, and that's why she posted that photo. My second thing is I want to know if he was wearing the same color pants that he was wearing in the photo in the polo scene. My third thing is, could the photo have been fake and she just wanted to ruffle some feathers?
I don't know. Do you really think that people use AI to make up these pictures? Because to me, I know AI can do things super fast, but the time and energy still to have to write up the prompt and then download the photo and upload it to Instagram. I mean, is it even worth it? Is she really that crazy that she would go through all that?
Okay.
You want to share something with the class?
I have not done this. A few weeks ago, I did see on Threads a photo of an influencer at the US Open, cute outfit. She just had posted that. Then she said a few days later, she found another influencer, used AI to Photoshop just her face onto that girl's body that originally had posted that photo. Just for the brand deals, tagged all the brands and stuff like that. And was like, I'm at the US Open, or maybe I was at the London Open or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
People do that.
That's wild to me because
1000%.
I would never do that.
I don't. I'm wondering if I have a photo with someone that I could just like easily be like, this is,
Switch their face. 100%.
yeah, put me with someone, Harry Styles.
You see that a lot on Twitter or X or whatever it's called now, is where someone will be like, hey, AI, and they'll take a picture of two people and be like, swap their outfits or whatever. It's becoming pretty common.
Ay, ay, ay. I don't use AI. Well, I take that back. I like the AI summaries in Google or whatever web browser that you prefer, I guess. But that's to my extent. It's crazy what AI can do.
I did just ask ChatGPT to change a photo of my I ran into my friend's husband on the street the other day while I was leaving for a work lunch, and I said, "Can you change the guy in this photo to be Harry Styles?"
Did it do it?
Well, it's creating the image right now,
Oh.
so I'll let you know.
Okay.
But it could be possible.
Clara, you should post the finished image on our Instagram.
Without knowing who he is, can you change this guy in the photo to be Corbyn's dad?
Finds a random man on online. That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, and like pulls it from the internet somehow. Okay. So I think it's crazy. We already touched on this that he is talking about the mistress out in the open. I would like to say that he knows he got caught because he was taking off. He was running away.
Oh yeah, he was saying, "Let's go, let's go, let's go." He was took off his mic. Did you see that?
I did. And I think that's insane. But what is also insanity to me
Mhm.
is that Rula is fine with going along with this plan. Like Joellen is like almost at tears being like, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I understand what's going on here.
Mhm.
Please just believe me. And I think having someone where you're blue in the face and you're like, I know this is to be true. I promise you, like, I'm not trying to hurt you. I think that's really hard when someone else doesn't take that and like actually believe that you.
Yeah. But do you think Rula knew about the mistress and maybe she's okay with it?
If she's
Unless,
sick in the
or
head.
I mean, that could be a possibility, unless you really think she's that ignorant. But again, I guess we're only seeing snippets of the polo match, that whole scene, because maybe Brian, Mr. Rulala, wasn't acting that sketchy. But when producers were putting the show or like this episode together, they were like, "Oh, I'm seeing some stuff here."
Maybe. Well, okay, so going off of that, I saw a clip from Lala and she's talking to one of the producers and she's like, I didn't realize you guys could hear everything. And he said, we hear every single little thing that you guys say, even if you think we don't hear it, if you think that you're not, like your mic's not hot, because we know we're going to see your reactions at the end of this. So if they hear that Brian's acting sketchy, they're going to write that down, kind of similar to how Corbyn writes down whenever we like go
Yeah.
off on a tangent or fuck up. We never fuck up. They're happy little incidents. But in that same vein, they probably marked that and then they're getting the women and they're also getting the men as well.
Yeah.
So, anything else from this episode? My last line is that Fendi purse is everything.
You're funny. My last one was Rulala's husband, sketchy.
Doesn't go to the gym.
Does not go to the gym. Likes to shady dip.
Agreed. I can't find that white Fendi purse online, by the way, because I wanted to see how much it would cost. Until next time. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, solid episodes this week. I will say the Valley was a bit of a snore, but I did enjoy Real Housewives of Rhode Island, and I think they're great.
Definitely better than the Valley.
Can you tell me what was on the recipe this week?
Yes. So this week was drawing inspiration from summer because I don't know about you guys, but when I think about summer, I think about citrus. I think about light and fresh. And I know we already did something with lemon. I guess when we were making or when we picked the recipe, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot Malta was basically a lemon dessert. But this one is a white chocolate lemon bar. And I thought that this recipe in particular was pretty good because it wasn't hard to make. It was very few ingredients, and it's a perfect poolside, beachy snack.
It was so easy. Clara could actually do it. I just kind of spilled some of the ingredients a little bit everywhere. It was good. I forgot about those. I did forget about the lemon Maltese cookies, but those were so freaking fire.
Yeah.
I love those. It was very simple in how many ingredients they had. How long did it take you to zest that lemon though?
Too long. Again, labor of love. I actually bought a zester because the cheese grater, just was not cutting it anymore. So I bought a zester.
What's
Let me
the
tell you,
difference
it's way
between
easier to do it.
But what's the difference between a zester and a grater?
Well, I was just using on the cheese side the finest looking one,
Mm-hmm.
but it was still grating. So I was like, maybe I should actually get a zester that's actually meant for like citrus and you know when at fancy restaurants when they cut the Parmesan cheese.
It's like a microplane.
Yeah. I needed something like that. It's different. I even Googled it before
So-
investing in the zester.
Is a zester different than a microplane?
I don't know what a microplane is.
Okay. It's like a finer, it's kind of is. Okay. But anyway, that Corbyn's got an answer.
Okay, so a zester is specifically designed to remove citrus peel, whereas a microplane is a brand of ultra sharp rasped style grater. So a microplane is almost like a cross between a grater and a zester, is what it sounds like.
So not all graters are zesters, but some microplanes are zesters. It's like not all squares are rectangles and rectangles squares. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Sweet.
What other lessons did you learn from this recipe? Or keep on telling us,
Keep on
please.
telling the people. And if you guys didn't know, Rhode Island and the Valley are also filmed in the summer, hence why we did the lemon. But to Clara talking about zesting the lemon, it was lemon zest, sugar, flour, unsalted butter, fresh lemon juice, and white chocolate chips. And my key tip for this, just get 2 lemons. The recipe called for a certain amount of each, and I feel like if I would have gotten a third lemon, I wouldn't have used the whole thing, and I'm not trying to waste. So I recommend if you do make this recipe in particular, just zest the 2 lemons and squeeze the juice from the 2 lemons and let that be your zest and your juice.
Okay. Sorry, I was thinking, did you use all the juice from both lemons?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I called for, I think, like 12 grams of zest, and that's not how much citrusy zest or whatever you want to call that from the 2 lemons, but it did call for 60 grams of juice, and I think I got 60.
Wow.
Yeah, from the 2 lemons I used.
And these are just like your regular size lemons?
Yeah, from the grocery store.
It's amazing.
So that's why I would say don't overcomplicate this recipe. Just get 2 lemons and let that be your zest and your juice.
I love that. That's awesome. I think that this recipe, while like it will say in the recipe you have to kind of fold it in, and you definitely like had to use I had to use my hands like a little bit to kind of get it out of the whisk. That was a little bit hard. It'll kind of have like a cookie dough consistency where you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is so thick. It's meant to be thick, so don't worry about it. Would you say it's thick?
Well, you felt it, not me. You felt it up. You felt it up, baby girl.
It was very thick. And putting in the white chocolate chips, it definitely was weird. It felt like not everything was mixed in, but the way it came out was gorgeous.
Well, what are your thoughts? Because I have a certain opinion.
Okay, I wrote this down. I thought the lemon bar was good, and it was a lot less white chocolatey than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I really tasted the white chocolate as much when I bit into it, but I definitely tasted the lemon. It did seem a little bit thinner than I thought it was going to be.
I honestly was disappointed.
Ooh.
Yes.
Tell us more. Pray tell.
I really thought I guess I wanted chewy. Like I wanted a little bit chewy, a bar. And to your point, it really was lemon heavy, which makes sense because of the zest and of the juice. But I thought that the white chocolate was going to melt more and kind of give it that chewiness that I was looking for. I don't know if I personally would make this one again, but we'll see.
I just realized there might be some squeaking in the background. I am rearranging my legs. I actually like this one, so I'm kind of shocked that you didn't.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it. I don't know. I like chewy. It was just a little drier than I wanted it to be.
Okay.
I think that's the better word to describe it. It was just drier than I wanted
I would
it to
agree
be.
with you on that one. And also, I did have this dumb moment. I took a corner piece when you were dishing out the pieces to us, and I looked underneath it, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know there was chocolate chips in here," and it was just a bird.
Well, I wonder too if because the recipe called for 26 minutes. I wonder if, based on where the pan was in the oven, if it was too long or like too high. Because I don't think it was supposed to, I noticed the bottom too. It looked a little burnt, not burnt, but a little
Brown,
darker.
golden,
It wasn't golden brown. I thought it was a little too golden, I guess.
or too brown.
Too brown, yeah.
Okay.
So I wonder if maybe it was slightly overcooked just based on where it was in the oven.
Okay, maybe.
Maybe I'll just gotta rerun it.
And I also felt like the drizzle on top, I thought it was icing and not white chocolate.
Yeah, I agree.
forgot
Oh, it
about
looked
that.
like icing.
Yeah, it
But was
did.
my chocolate. But that was kind of hard. I melted the chocolate in the microwave, but the recipe said to use a fork to kind of give it that swishy look. I think I would do something different next time. I don't know how to do with the swishy, but I didn't use all the white chocolate, and I don't like to waste ingredients. So obviously, I used my fingers and licked.
I was
chocolate.
wondering what you were doing.
Yum.
Were you also eating white chocolate chips at the
Yes,
table?
I was.
That made me gag a little bit. I don't like white chocolate, but I liked it in this recipe.
Well, yeah, to your point, because you didn't really taste it.
I think Corbyn has some opinions also.
I think she
Corbyn?
does too.
I feel like I'm kind of between you guys because I really did enjoy the taste and the flavor combinations. But Amber, I agree that it wasn't as chewy as I want. But I don't know if that's because I am used to a lemon bar that's like almost a cookie layer and then like a lemon jelly layer almost. That's what my mom always had when I was growing up. But I think the white chocolate with the lemon flavor is really good. And I think the fun thing about these recipes is that we can't always try different things. Like I think I would make it again, but I would try to find some sort of lemon jelly on top to give it a little bit more of that chewy texture that you're looking for, because maybe the moisture would soak through. But for flavor, 10 out of 10.
Maybe it needed it to be paired with ice cream. I think that would have, just to like soften it up a little bit, maybe that would have been a la mode.
Some Ratabaga ice cream. Sorry. I just had to bring it all back. I had a question for you last week or earlier this week that I think I texted you, and I think
did.
you quickly can give us an answer, right? What was my question?
You asked if we should have refrigerated the red velvet cupcakes because of the cream cheese icing. The question, or the answer to your question, is yes.
That explains a wee bit of what happened to my stomach the other day, Governor.
Well, when you sent that text, I was like, oh my gosh, I left mine out. But we had them the next day. We didn't wait a few days.
To be fair, I had mine the next morning for breakfast, and then I think I waited another day, and then I ate the other one.
I think it was fine if you ate it the next day, but it should have gone in the refrigerator.
I had mine in the refrigerator, and I ate my second one like the next day, but I didn't eat my last one until Thursday, and it had been in the refrigerator all that time, and like it was great. I had no issues.
So yes, if you make cream cheese icing, it does need to go in the refrigerator.
Learn from me.
From Clara.
Quite a bit of time by myself. So now you know. And that goes for like, what about like buttercream frosting?
Well, this is how I look at it as, do you have a butter dish?
Yeah.
I leave a butter dish out.
Yeah.
So I think that one's okay. I mean, regardless, I think all icing should be stored in the refrigerator. I don't think buttercream is as stringent as cream cheese because of the dairy that's in the cream cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I guess butter is still dairy.
But butter has a higher fat content than whipped cream or cream cheese. I think cream cheese is just like butter is non-perishable.
Yeah, that's the word you're looking for.
But butter is perishable, but
think-
like whipped stuff like that, like whipped cream and cream cheese, need to be refrigerated.
I think what I've learned from your question is that just refrigerate your icing. But your cakes, don't actually leave them out, people. Put them in your refrigerator so you don't have problems later on.
Everything you know is a lie.
My policy is if it's dairy, it's going in the refrigerator. Like, I'm not risking it. I don't want to risk it.
I
I need
will
to take one of your book.
Yeah, I will say that I have learned I have to leave my butter dish on my actual stove because my cat will get up on my island and she will go ham on that motherfucking butter. Sometimes I'll notice in the morning there's like a little indent and I'm like, oh.
Oh, Lily.
Yeah, so don't use the butter at my house unless it's a fresh butter.
Good to know.
No
I'm
problem.
going to remember that one.
Final whisk?
Let's see. I think for me this week, I kind of just appreciated the little things. Didn't really have much going on personally this week, but I appreciate the slowness. I appreciate when we do book club. So I'm just grateful for the little things.
Oh, that's so nice. That was so gorgeous.
How about you? What's your final whisk of the week?
To fucking put your cream cheese icing in the fridge. I'll tell you that.
Thank you for being our test monkey.
No problem. Anytime. I also did try a new nail salon this week, by the way. So I'd like to give a shout out to that nail salon. It's called Bliss Nail Salon. It's in Arlington. It's by Earl's Sandwiches, if anyone's wondering. But I got a nice little chrome like I don't know, chrome French manicure. Dude, I can't stop looking at my hands. I'm like, wow.
That's when you know they did a good job.
I know. Wouldn't it be nice if I had a boyfriend and he proposed to me right now? Like,
just remember that for future reference.
Yeah, if anyone's listening and wants to propose to me, please let me know.
Her nails are ready.
Yeah, seriously, but only for in our week. So yeah, thanks you guys for listening to this.
Yes, thank you. So remember to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at Knead for Reality. I don't feel like we need to spell it anymore. I hope you know how to spell it. For the recipes and all the reality chaos.
Subscribe, leave a review, and share with your fellow drama lovers. So
I think this wraps it up for this week.
All right. Bye.